Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. Woof, Wolfie. Woof indeed. I heard footsteps. I think it's a sheep, but I'm going to kind of dance around like a maniac just to make sure. Yeah, it was the sheep. It's just a sheep. It's alright, everybody. It's just a sheep. Come out now. Alright, so let's do that in a strange way, but grab Wolfie. East, west. Hold on, this cobblestone has been collecting, as well as sand. I don't need any sand. Continue, west, to the far lands. Let's get there, let's do it. Onwards, forwards, always twirling towards freedom. But yeah, Far Lands or Bust, episode creeper. Episode creeper. That guy came out of nowhere. Episode 229, this is a kind of a rare Saturday edition of Far Lands or Bust. It was kind of, that schedule I'd been talking about. If you've been watching my Mindcrack episodes, trying to give myself a schedule. That lasted about a week. I got a little bit off kilter with my schedule. Ended up having Far Lands or Bust on Tuesday, Thursday. And I'm like, I want to do like 3 a week, so I'm trying a Saturday. I've got a moment here. I'm not being bothered. So Saturday, Far Lands or Bust. And for an update to our Child's Play charity fundraiser, we are at $21,348 this season, which is great. Thank you, everybody, for your continued support to that great charity over at farlandsorbust.com. No spaces. Those were just dramatic pauses as I was reading out the web address. I know, Wolfie. Oh, there he is. All right. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Like I said, it's Saturday, and I guess one of the big news items, goings-ons in the YouTube little community that we have is that PAX East is going on right now in Boston. We've got Good, Generic B, Pause, MC Gamer, Nebris, Blame the Controller, all there for the long haul. I know Paul Soares Jr. was out there as well. I think they at least briefly got to meet. Paul, the Mindtrek guys did anyway. A bunch of other people out there as well. So that's the thing that's going on. We're seeing a lot of good pictures from their Twitters. I know Good just uploaded a very awkward video of Generic B singing karaoke for an extended period of time, and other stuff like that. So yay, the convention season. There really is no such thing as a convention season. They happen year-round, but a little bit underway there, so that's cool. I'm obviously I'm not there, obviously, so I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about conventions still. I had, obviously, a surprising and unexpected but good time at Minecon last November. And I've said many times since then, everybody asks, will you go to more conventions? I'm not sure. I think I would like to go just to a convention as an attendee. The thing with Minecon is we ended up not being attendees. I was unable to actually see the entirety of the convention, which is no problem, because that is the main reason I went, is because pink sheep. Oh, well, now you're dead. Sorry, that was an accidental pink sheep murder. I accidentally hit him. Nobody saw that. See, he's right there. Your friend is fine. Oh, gosh. Anyway, Minecon, that's the reason I went there, is because we doubled the amount that we raised for Child's Play charity last season. So I was there as a thank you to everybody's support for Far Lands or Bust and to meet all the fans and stuff, so there's no issue with that. I'm unsure if conventions are a thing I'd like to attend as an attendee. And I know PAX East is supposed to be the smaller of the PAX conventions, but it still seems quite overwhelming. A lot of stuff, a lot of people. Obviously, it sold out incredibly quickly, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Still thinking about it. they're not announcing anything for PAX Prime until after East is over, is what they say. That one, like, sells out in minutes, doesn't it? I don't even... I don't even, yeah, I don't know if I would want to deal with that. I mean, I'm focusing on PAX. It's the Penny Arcade Expo. As you know, or as you might not know, but as you will soon know in the next few seconds, Child's Play Charity was actually started by Penny Arcade. The folks behind Penny Arcade founded Child's Play Charity as a gaming charity for kids in hospitals, obviously. So there's the connection there. The way I found out about Minecraft way back in the day was from the Penny Arcade comic that they wrote about Minecraft. A lot of people heard about it that way, and then I ended up looking up on YouTube and finding X's Adventures and Paul Soros Jr. and stuff like that. So there's a long history between myself, Farlands or Bust, and the Penny Arcade world, I guess you could call it, universe. So that's why I guess the PAX conferences would be on my list of potentials. I don't know. I just don't know. You know, I'm very introverted. Being in just the gaggles of crowds that I imagine that there are, and waiting in lines, and I do not know. You know, it almost seems like it would be more useful to not actually attend the convention, but just to be in the area. So I'd be like, hey, fan meetup, or hey, let's meet other YouTubers or gaming people that I want to meet, you know? But you, obviously, most of the time you'd have to attend the convention to actually be able to cross paths like that, so... I don't know. One of the things, this is the random thought of the day that I had, I don't know how I would deal with cosplayers. Not that they, like, you know, jump out of the bushes at you or anything like that I'm aware of, but they have their own little culture. That's cool. It's very cool what they do. A lot of them get very in-depth and make very cool, you know, it's a very DIY, very artistic, a lot of talent and skill and time that goes into those costumes. But it seems awkward to be attending a convention and having a bunch of people dressed up, not as normal humans. Just, you know, one of those things. It's another strange, I guess you could call it yeah, this requires a boat. One of those strange things that, okay, not only are you in a large crowd of people, which makes you uncomfortable anyway. You know, some of these people are dressed up strangely, or rather revealingly, or you know, they're playing a part. It's kind of a weird dynamic that I don't know if my personal psyche would be able to process, and it would make the experience a little bit more hard to deal with. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking things. Probably am. I do that a lot, but yeah. That was just a weird thought that sprung into my head. I was looking at all the pictures and video from PAX and other PAXs of past PAXs, and you know, just conventions in general. And I'm like, there is a surprising amount of people walking around. And it's like, you know, they're attendees too, but they almost turn into features themselves. They end up like getting lines with people wanting to take pictures with them, and I'm like, that's just an unusual thing. Coming from a person like myself, who kind of experienced a little bit of that at Minecon, getting lines of wanting to meet and say hello and autographs and stuff like that. It's a strange dynamic, I guess you could say. A strange dynamic indeed, but I guess I'll still keep that on the radar. I know there's plenty of conventions out there, and whoa, that was weird. I like surfed off that boat there for a minute. I suppose we'll keep that on the radar in the future. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's the other thing. There doesn't seem to be any small conventions anymore. They all have gotten gigantic and overgrown and flooded like this spider spawner is. I'm assuming it's a spider spawner. I heard a spider. Ah, cool. Alright, well, let me go to sleep here, and then we will investigate the spawner in the morning. Very good timing. Oop, I need some more torches, torches, torches. I require some torches. Oh, ha! Shift click doesn't work anymore. Or it doesn't work in this version of the game, rather. Alright, let's plunk down the bed. And go to sleep. And a wolf is splashing around us. Trying to sleep, guy. Trying to sleep. Alright, why don't you have a seat? Don't glitch into the block, please. And let's see if we can't do something with this. Sorry, I'm going to have to give myself a little bit of a dam to block off the water from flowing in. Yeah, I think it's a spider spawner. And a boop. That work? Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, well, that didn't work at all, actually. There we go. Got it. Give ourselves a staircase. Very nice. Spider spawner, spider spawner, spider spawner? No, zombie. Oh, that's interesting. Are there two in there? There's like two dancing. The chest was here. Iron I can take. Don't need any string or gunpowder or buckets. More gunpowder. Redstone. That's something we don't see all the time. I should stop collecting bread. I really should. I really should indeed. Kurt, whatever are you collecting the gunpowder for? I honestly don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should save that for later now that my inventory is totally, completely clogged. We do have another kind of... These pigs spawned out of nowhere. Kind of anniversary coming up. Not only, obviously, did we have the first episode of Farlands or Bust 2 years ago, our 200th episode, episode 11, obviously, but actually that episode 11 of Farlands or Bust was recorded and published on the 28th of March. So if you're looking to celebrate the actual 2-year anniversary that I started walking to the Farlands, we'll have to wait to the 28th. So I don't know, maybe we can have some fireworks on the 28th? Look at my inventory. I'm a hoarder. Hoarder. I really don't need all this bread. I have like this wheat. If I really needed bread, I would just make it out of the wheat. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I suppose I could... Speaking of hoarding things, let's get some wool. Oop, zombies. That's probably a spawner. Or maybe not. Excuse me. What else is coming up here? Yeah, that is a spawner. Dang it. I don't know if this is such a good idea. This might be a little bit dangerous. Yeah, this is dangerous. This is suddenly dangerous. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I just got rid of all that. Yeah, this is dangerous. No, 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 no. Have some bread. I don't need it. Alright, alright, alright. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. No! You guys are not coming up anymore. Enjoy your bread. I don't really care to see what's in your chests. What if it's something cool? Maybe I can, dig down to the chest. Shh. Quiet, guys. Whoa! I am so terrible at doing things. I should light this up so they don't spawn here. And then... not know what to do from here. Hey. How are you? Back away. Back away. What's in the chest? More gunpowder. Wheat. More iron. Bunch of saddles. Is there another? And you're dead, sir. There doesn't appear to be... Oh, there is another chest. Oh, I just opened that up. Whoop, I just continued to leave that open. And iron. Okay. A little bit of a detour here, but I think we're good. Screw the feathers. I gave them a piece of bread for no reason, and I don't need the cobblestone. All right, let's go, Wolfie. Sorry for the delay. That was a weird... I don't have a stutter, just sometimes, I guess. Oh, boy. Let's analyze what else is wrong with Kurt. I could use some easy-to-obtain wood. Obtained! In a previous episode, I kind of mentioned how I'm not that fast of a reader, not an avid reader, and a lot of people suggested that if I am slow at reading and don't enjoy reading for that reason, that perhaps I should try audiobooks. Oh, audiobooks. Perhaps with somebody who could speak a little bit more clearly than me. And I have considered that, although I've never followed through. It's just one of those things like, yeah, I should maybe try that. That would be a little bit better. I do have one of the books I really want to read, but I just don't, because I don't have the patience for my slow reading abilities, is I have Cosmos by Carl Sagan, and I've read like the first chapter like 15 times, but that's as far as I get, and then I put it away for like a year, and then I don't read it. And, you know, I'll like bring it with me on vacations and read on airplanes and stuff like that, but otherwise I never get past the first section. And I think there is a version of that's an audiobook and as read by Carl Sagan, and he's a very good speaker on his own right, obviously. So I think that's something I should try if I have the time, perhaps on my next adventure, next convention, maybe. When I'm on a plane, wherever I'm going, I should get the audiobook, and I feel like I might have to read along with the audiobook. Is that a bad idea? That just seems like then it might be good practice, and then I might be able to find myself reading on my own. Who knows? We'll see. But yes, I had quite a few suggestions asking if I had done audiobooks, or perhaps I should try audiobooks, so maybe. It's just one of those things. I don't generally... You know, whenever I have time where I'm just sitting, not doing anything, that would, you know, be a good time to read. I'm actually recording videos or doing stuff for my channel on YouTube or watching other videos and stuff like that. So I don't want to, you know, I need a few more hours in the day in order to fully explore my reading capabilities. The dirt says, go that way. That does look like a hand, does it not? That's awesome. Well, what is that way? Wouldn't that be funny if there was something this way that was amazing? So I follow it. Follow it. There's not... See, now I'm... No, I shouldn't. That's... I already... shift too far left just naturally. Although all these things are kind of cool. We're getting some floaty, glitchy... not really glitchy. This is normal beta 173 terrain generation. It's naturally strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual. Maybe a reference? I don't know if I got that quote right. Beetlejuice? What? Yeah, so I got that in a lot of comments. That's what I was getting to, the comments and questions and things. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Sun setting. So I will let that happen. I have a question, kind of a out-of-character question. The person who asked it probably had no idea I would answer it. But I will answer such a thing. I just hope it doesn't lead to more questions like this. But yeah, suspense, spoilers, hype, hype, hype. Let's get to the top of this little hill here and then make our elevated hidey hole. Oop. Alright, come on. Just crest. Hill, crest. Toothpaste. Woof. And a boop. Oh, already got the bed out. And a boop. And a boop. And a boopness. Wolfie? 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 He's like hiding. He did the thing after we did the hidey hole paradox. He was kind of hiding. How dare you, sir? Frighten me like that. Alright, here's kind of an awkward, not really an awkward question, but a different question on the topic that I rarely give much time for. But TJP guy, who I think I've answered a question of his before, I'm assuming he's a guy, asked... No. I'm sorry. That wasn't the question I wanted to answer. TPG guy, TJP guy, I'll answer your question. That's another awkward question, actually, too. But this one is actually from Dowie Stewart. In as many words, asked, who is your celebrity crush? Crushity crush, because we're back in middle school now. Do you like me? Check one. Yes, no, maybe. Who is your celebrity crush? And I actually had to think about this. When you get to be my age, you don't so much have crushes anymore as you have very, very creepy, strange infatuations to some... Yeah, I don't know. That's a good way to kind of categorize it, I think. I don't know. But, and that's the thing, I had to actually think about this. I don't really, just the last few years, I haven't been watching movies, not having, or watching cable TV. I don't know who are celebrities anymore. You know, I don't keep up with, I don't care for gossip or tabloids or anything like that. I don't watch the Oscars or the Golden Globes or anything like that. I don't keep up with that anymore. I haven't seen that many movies. I don't rent that many movies and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. But just thinking about it, just historically, it would appear I tend to have, quote unquote, I'm going to just call it celebrity crush, just because that is the way the question was asked, and that's the best way to describe it. Not so much crush, I guess, they're just people I respect because they do good work. Either they're good musicians or actresses or anything like that. And we're talking about the opposite sex here. I am a heterosexual, so therefore that is the direction this is going to go. There are plenty of males as well who I respect for their work and their talent and whatever their charity work and stuff like that. But since the question was framed as a crush type situation, that is the way I'm going with this. So I tend to like people based on those things as opposed to just like, oh, she's hot or anything like that, you know? Which, there's plenty of that. I could list off a name of plenty of people I find visually attractive. But the people... Another spawner. What the... that one just seems dangerous, like it's going to collapse. This entire beach, actually. This is a very large gravel beach. But yeah, celebrity crush. For the longest time, and even since I was younger, because we're the same age, Natalie Portman is definitely on that list. But even since then, she tends to choose roles in her acting that are more respectable, I guess you could say, and the films, and she's a good actress, but also she does a lot of charity work and stuff like that. She doesn't she have like a PhD or some master's in like psychology or something like that? So she's like not just an actress to be an actress. But yeah, for the longest time, even since seeing Leon the Professional, which that's not weird because I was the same age. We are both the same age. But that's on the up and up. So yeah, Natalie Portman's on the list. Another one is Ellen Page. She does a lot of good movies and roles and things like that. She doesn't take herself too seriously or anything like that. And she helps out a lot of awareness for women's rights and charities and for animal rights and human rights and things like that. Just, away from the camera, I guess you could say. Similarly, I guess I was starting to get to the point where I just started listing people. But just similarly, I don't know how to say her name, Keira Knightley? Sure. And Scarlett Johansson. Other people I guess you could consider celebrity crushes. But on the same token, I'm not like plastering my walls with posters of them or anything like that. So more celebrity respect crushes, I don't know. I just like their work, and therefore I like them and what they're about. They seem, from what little you see in interviews and away from the camera, they seem like genuine people, and not necessarily, they don't take themselves too seriously or stuff like that. So that would be, in terms of like, I guess, when you think of celebrity, you tend to think of actors, actresses. So there we go. But I mean, on the other side, I guess another way to look at it is musicians. I really like music a lot. I get mostly blown away by the talent of these people, but again, aside, away from the stage or when they're not musicians, they seem like cool people. I've mentioned Annie Clark before, part of St. Vincent. Well, I guess she technically goes by St. Vincent. Very cool, very talented, and just crazy music. It's just like, how do you make the noise that sounds good? Whoa. Layla Moss of the Duke Spirit, Sharon Van Etten. The list, I could just list people but it's not really because, they're hot. It's because I like what they're doing in terms of either their acting or their music, things like that. I mean, I can go even far as to say, there are artists, cartoonists, writers, although, well, not that many writers, because I don't read, lol, but yeah, that's kind of my approach to things. And like I said, I don't know how old, I've gotten a few questions like this. There's people who ask what my YouTube crush or internet crush is, and I don't want to go there. That could just open up a whole bag load of problems, or just awkwardness. I avoid awkwardness. I'm awkward around just the idea of being in the same room as cosplayers. So I am incredibly awkward, and I spend a lot of effort and energy into mitigating potential awkwardness in the future. So, yeah, I think, that answers that question pretty well, doesn't it? Wolfie agrees. That answer got the Wolfie seal of approval. Get your buttons at farlands.spreadshirt.com with the Wolfie seal of approval. I have to order myself some of those. I put those in the store. I don't know if any of you got those. Has any of you ordered the buttons from Spreadshirt? I have both the Farlands or Bust logo, but then also people asked for the Wolfie McWolfington seal of approval. Careful! No, don't go back up and come back. Oh, no, up. He hurts himself falling down a cliff, and then proceeds to turn around and climb the same cliff so he could fall off it once again. So yeah, those buttons are there. Let me know how those are. I'll have to order them and check them out myself as well. But yeah, notice how I've changed the topic. Very crafty at avoiding any awkwardness whatsoever. Sun is kind of going down. Quick question from Rise George. If you could reboot a game series, what one would it be and why? Thought about this. I would say, if by reboot you mean just bring back and improve for the modern era, Destruction Derby 2. There has not been a proper Destruction Derby style game since the original Destruction Derby games. I think Reflections Codemasters sold, unfortunately, the name to Destruction Derby, and there was a newer Destruction Derby game that came out, but it was crap, apparently, I've heard. I know the Flat Out series is kind of in that genre, and got mixed but decent reviews for a few of those. And there's actually one in the works. The developers have like a little teaser trailer of what everybody's assuming is going to be the next Flat Out. I'll have to try one of those games. What's going on in here? That's probably gravel, I think. Yeah, okay, never mind. Go about your business. So yeah, definitely Destruction Derby, but not a reboot as in everything changes. Just make Destruction Derby 2, but make it for modern times. I want, the same silly, non-serious fun, the same tracks, sure, come up with new tracks, the same mechanics, sure, throw in a multiplayer, that'd be awesome. But Destruction Derby 2, I spent a lot of good times in Destruction Derby 2 growing up. So yeah, that answers that question, but the sun is going down. So let's say right here, build the final full-on hidey hole of the episode. Let's do this. Let's make Wolfie sit. If he would just come over here. Yep, right there. Sit. Well done. Well done. Pant. Let's do this. Thank you very much for those questions, of course. Hope you enjoy my answers, at least a little bit anyway, and keep giving to Child's Play charity at farlandsorbust.com using the official Child's Play charity widget. And the total will be added. We're trying with the new goal to raise $100,000 this season, and we're, like I said, at $21,348 right now. So keep doing that, farlandsorbust.com. I appreciate it. Also, 1, 2, 3, let's make a bed. Also, I get a lot of messages from people. Oh, I don't have a credit card account, or I'm too young, or I don't have money to donate to Child's Play charity. Don't feel bad about that. That's quite all right. I totally understand. Obviously, as far as any donation goes, you don't want to. Donate if you have it. That's what donate. The definition of donate is you give to others what you have in excess of, I suppose you could say. I don't think that's the definition of donate, but I've just made it up right now. I work for the dictionary. That's what it is. Just spread the word. Like my videos, comment, ask me your questions, keep me, just let me know that you like Farlands or Bust, and let other people know that you like Farlands or Bust. Spread the word, and then people, other people come in and donate to Child's Play charity, and we continue doing good things for the community. Indeed. So, until next time, my name is Kurt. I hate when I say until next time, because my sign out is I will see you next time, too many times. But regardless, my name is Kurt, and I will see you next time.